We've all heard that biker gangs are dangerous, and it's been confirmed because many of them are outlawed in the United States. But that doesn't stop them from getting together and continuing their activities. All biker gangs don't necessarily get along with each other, and while most of their feuds rarely make national headlines, one such incident did, and it proved to be the deadliest brawl in Texas. It's come to be known as Waco MC, and here's what went down. The incident took place on May 17, 2015, in Waco, Texas, USA, when a fight erupted at a Twin Peaks restaurant during a meeting of various gangs discussing political rights for motorcyclists. The gathering was huge, with over 200 bikers attending, including members of motorcycle clubs such as the Bandidos, Cossacks, and their associates. Things went south, resulting in a huge brawl, and ultimately, many lives were lost. Law enforcement, comprising 18 Waco Police Department officers and 4 Texas Highway Patrol troopers, were called to the scene and were monitoring the situation from outside the restaurant. According to the police, they returned fire after being shot at. This whole incident resulted in 9 bikers being killed, with 18 others sustaining injuries. As a result of this gunfight, a whopping total of 177 people were arrested and initially detained in connection with the shootout. Most of them were allegedly participating in organized crime. All of America was watching this unfold, and everyone had a lot of opinions about how poorly the situation was dealt with. I mean, arresting almost 200 people just doesn't make sense. The New York Times even criticized the prosecutor's response, describing it as a brazen overreach. The Waco Tribune-Herald characterized the aftermath of the shootout as a 4-year prosecutorial fiasco that ultimately led to 0 convictions. The whole incident was investigated, and many officials spoke to the public about it. According to Steve Cook, the executive director of the Midwest Outlaw Motorcycle Gang Investigators Association, a key aspect of the conflict revolved around the right of Texas banning motorcycle clubs from donning jackets adorned with distinct patches. These patches included a geographic bottom rocker with the inscription Texas, signifying the club's affiliation with the area. The Bandidos, as the dominant group, asserted the authority to approve all such jacket-bottom rocker patches. A police affidavit released on June 16, 2015, also echoed a similar explanation for the source of the fight. After the shootout, Patrick Swanton, a spokesperson for the Waco police, said that a turf war among the rival gangs was going on, and this played a role in the deadly confrontation at Twin Peaks. The conflict reportedly started with the assault of a Cossack by Bandidos at a Toys for Tots event in Decatur, Texas, which was all the way back on December 6, 2014. Get this though, a week after the Toys for Tots event, a Ghost Riders MC member was killed in Fort. Apparently, this isn't where the fight ended, and many skirmishes over the matter persisted. According to a police affidavit, clashes between Bandidos and Cossacks go all the way back to November 2013, involving altercations with injuries in Abilene, Palo Pinto County, and Lorena, Texas. Some of the bikers previously injured in these alterations were also arrested in Waco after the May 17th shootout. Now let's get into more about how this violent incident unfolded. Everything went down at one of the regularly scheduled regional meetings of the Texas Confederation of Clubs and Independents, COKI and I. If you didn't know already, this is a statewide coalition of biker clubs that have been actively engaged in advocating for the rights of motorcyclists. Its headquarters are in Tyler, Texas, and the organization is pretty popular in the biker community. It has been recognized for its diverse activities and recently even received acknowledgement from the Jacksonville City Council for its contributions to Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. As for the clash, it took place in the early afternoon hours, according to Waco police. They had been monitoring the activities of motorcycle clubs gathered at the Twin Peaks restaurant. Initial accounts suggest that the fight started over a parking disagreement involving someone's foot being run over, with the confrontation escalating from there. Things kept getting worse, and gunfire erupted at the restaurant at precisely 12:24 p.m. that day. Waco Police Sergeant W. Patrick Swanton refrained from disclosing specific details about the number of casualties caused by police gunfire, but he acknowledged the possibility that some victims may have been shot by the police. He admitted that they started shooting at our officers and our officers returned fire. These actions had dire consequences and resulted in 9 bikers tragically losing their lives, with 18 being initially hospitalized for injuries, a number which ended up growing. The event shed light on the violent nature of the gathering, transforming what was meant to be a routine meeting into a devastating and deadly confrontation. The police spokesperson Swanton also reported that officers implemented the active shooter protocols, a set of rules that were newly devised and put into effect to allow responding law enforcement officers quicker authorization to confront mass shooters with lethal force, even before a command and control structure is established. All of the fatalities, along with the majority of those wounded in the chaotic situation, sustained injuries from gunfire. This confrontation marked the deadliest and most prominent incident in the Waco area since the Waco siege of the Branch Davidian compound in 1993. On June 12, 2015, the Waco Police Department also disclosed that 3 officers discharged their .223 caliber rifles a total of 12 times. Further investigation revealed that these rounds struck 4 of the bikers involved in the altercation. The police confirmed the recovery of 44 spent casings at the scene, which highlights just how intense the whole exchange was. Security footage, as presented by the Twin Peaks franchisee to the Associated Press, revealed that one of the members of the meeting initiated the gunfire on the patio. As a result of this, most bikers rushed indoors to seek refuge, initially in the bathroom, and later in the kitchen as the bathroom reached capacity. Unfortunately, none of the camera angles captured the events transpiring in the parking lot. Vehicle forfeiture documents released on June 16, 2015 also contain a detailed affidavit outlining the police and prosecution's account of the events leading to the Waco shootout. The affidavit says that the Cossacks seized the patio area reserved for the COC and I meeting over an hour before the scheduled 1 p.m. gathering. As bandidos arrived, tensions escalated, with some Cossacks brandishing weapons, which led to things getting physical. Bandidos member Reginald Weathers testified that he was shot after interfering in a dispute over a parking space. Subsequently, both Bandidos and Cossacks drew weapons, leading to a violent exchange before police gunfire ensued. Bandidos president David Martinez, involved in the incident, was arrested and later released on bond. That's all for the deadliest biker brawls in Texas. Stay tuned for more videos.